again. Just had breakfast at this place called Jalan Tlakong, Laolin. It's one of my favorite breakfast spots. So today morning I'm actually driving my wife out because we got some errands to run. So usually if we are going to town, I try to stop at this place to have some food, some breakfast before we go into town. So I thought for today I share a bit on what I was talking about yesterday. I think yesterday I was talking about different kind of marketing channels that a small business and agency can do to get the word out there about your brand, about your business, right? So one of the channels I mentioned yesterday, right, was about content marketing. I think I mentioned that in relation to a podcast session that I'm joining, somebody else's podcast. So it was quite interesting because I was reading this LinkedIn post yesterday by this quite well-known marketer, and she was explaining her methodology for creating content, particularly on LinkedIn for her business. So she focuses a lot on writing newsletter, and these are very long form newsletter, right? So what she does is that she would zero in on a topic she wants to talk about. She will do a very long form newsletter article on it, and then after that's published, she takes that and do what we call content repurposing. She repurpose that long form content, kind of slice it up, repurpose it, amend it a bit, and then that becomes 2 additional LinkedIn posts for her. So she said instead of having to create 3 different kind of content, now she basically create one, the long form content, and then use that to repurpose into the short form one. So it saves a lot of time, a lot of mental energy thinking about your content creation. I really like that. I mean, it's not a new idea. I've seen that a lot with different people doing that. Like I've seen a lot of people where they take their podcast, because usually a podcast episode can be quite long. So they take that and they can kind of create maybe 4 or 5 LinkedIn posts around it. So it's a strategy that I've been thinking about myself. I don't have a podcast channel, so I can't do that. I also struggle a little bit, to be frank, with writing long form content like a newsletter or even a very long article on LinkedIn itself, right? But I do quite a lot of shorter posts on LinkedIn. But even then, you sometimes struggle to think about what content to write about for this coming week. So I kind of starting to use this YouTube channel, right? This YouTube channel, and the content I create to repurpose into shorter content posts on LinkedIn. So example, like the post I did yesterday on 4 channels that marketing agency or small business can think about. That's actually quite useful for me on LinkedIn. Like that'll be top kind of content some of my LinkedIn audience will be interested in, because a lot of people who I'm connected with on LinkedIn are marketeers, business owners. So I'm going to repurpose yesterday's content into shorter LinkedIn posts. All right. So I thought this is an interesting strategy that maybe you can try as well. So if you are struggling to create content, like for me, I find recording these videos, just talking about an idea I have, is a lot easier than writing a long article. So if you are struggling to create content for some of your channels, like for some of your social media channels like TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn, or whatever you post on, try thinking about maybe potentially creating long videos like this that you can then repurpose into shorter pieces. So for me, that's a strategy I'm going to really kind of double down this quarter, this year. Alright, and maybe I will show some examples of the video that I repurpose into the LinkedIn post and share that in my next video or in the description for this video when it's out, when the LinkedIn post is out. Alright, so until the next video, take care and have fun.